single, saved, and serious. It's a movement. I'm sitting down talking with some single women who saved, and they definitely serious about their walk. And right now I have the pleasure of sitting down with a good friend of mine. It's like my sister, my homie, my prayer partner, all that. She all that. Mrs. Natasha Franklin. How you doing, Tasha?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Tell people a little bit about yourself. Just a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Just anything.
I am 34, single. I attend Elevation University City, and I am the University City Campus Outreach Director there. I absolutely love what I do.
That means she know what she doing. So she know how to direct men in a relationship to where she want them to go. That's all I'm saying. All right, so let's talk about being single, saved and serious. You're single right now.
I am.
How long have you been single?
I have been single for 3 years.
Okay. Do you enjoy being single?
It has its moments. I am starting to enjoy it now a lot more than I have in the past.
So why would you say it has its moments?
Because recently, I guess I should say, I was married. So I was married for 7 years. So coming out of being used to being with someone all the time and then going to not having anyone, it takes a toll, and it's a lot different. You get used to always having someone there. So
what was one of the biggest challenges from being married, having that companion there, someone to support you, or maybe you felt like you was being supported, to going back to now doing everything on your own, or not really having that companionship or that support or encouragement from someone? What's one of the biggest challenges coming out of a long-term relationship, like 7 years of being single again?
Not wanting to date, being fearful of whatever happened before may happen again.
Oh, wow. A lot of women deal with that, being in a relationship and probably went through some hurt. And they guard their heart and they don't want to deal with it anymore. So what struggles do you face with being single?
I don't really face any struggles anymore, I would say. It took a while to get there. Like I said, I've been divorced for 3 years, so I've been single for 3 years now. So probably the first year and a half, it was very difficult, just trying to readjust and get used to being by myself and starting things over. But lately, I've just learned to read my Bible more, do my outreach that I do, stay involved, and it has helped me grow. Stay on my knees and just wait for God to send me whoever it is that He's got for me.
So you would say you kept yourself busy. You began working on being a better you.
Being a better Tasha. Because I can't help anyone else or be good for anyone else if I'm not a better Tasha.
A lot of times coming out of broken relationships, we look at the other person and saying, what they did wrong. But we also can turn the mirror on ourselves and say, well, I may have had a hand in it not working out. And that's so funny because I've spoken with 3 divorced women already. What was one of the biggest lessons that you learned about you coming out of that relationship?
I could have paid more attention. I could have been on my knees praying for my husband a lot more. Being more of a companion. Just being there, being that friend, like being the best friend.
Wow. What do you want, need, and desire in the next man you want in your life?
I just want someone that loves me for me, and someone that I can be myself with.
Is that it?
I just want somebody that I can be myself with. I don't have to worry about, of course I want them to love the Lord, be involved in, church. But just love me for me. I can be Tasha. I don't have to pretend to be anybody else. That's the biggest thing.
When all the layers are peeled back and this is who you got, And for them to say, I love every inch of you. Maybe a little inappropriate for somebody to say, I love your dirty drawers, girl. You know, I mean, that's real though, right? I can be who I am. I can let my hair down, and I can be comfortable around you because you know every inch of me. You know, I'm in a relationship now. I tell mine, she done got a little too comfortable. She passed gas around me anytime. I'm like, really?
No, that's very comfortable.
That's very comfortable. And she's like, we cool like that, right? I'm like, what? But you want somebody who you can be comfortable around, who you can share your innermost thoughts and dreams with, and knowing that they're going to be there to support you, you know. And that's why I believe the Bible says that's a helpmate to help you become better person of who you are. But first you have to become complete with who you are on the inside, yourself, like you said earlier, and that person adds to your happiness. Because if you're looking for happiness in a mate, you'll never be happy. It can never fill that void. You know, first and foremost, God fills that void. That person is just an addition. What things going into this next relationship would you say you could benefit the most from? In other words, I know exactly what I want in this next one, and I'm not going to settle for anything less.
Oh, a best friend, somebody that I can talk to about any and everything.
Communication.
Communication. Because without that, we don't have anything. Yeah. I need to be able to tell you what I'm thinking, no matter what it is. Mm-hmm. And you be able to understand me and realize, like, she's just letting me know how she feels. Because I struggle with communication, and I know that's a big, big key in being in a relationship. So that's one of my biggest, I guess, challenges, and also one of the things that I'm looking for in the next relationship, to make sure that I do that, have that communication that I need to have, and that person has that communication with me. Because once you lose that, that's where things start tearing down and things happen. So.
How long have you been single since you've been married now?
3 years.
Are you still fearful in getting out there in this dating scene?
Oh,
because
yeah.
Things has changed a lot in 3 years, but 3 years, those wounds can still be kind of fresh.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. I get asked out, and I'm just like.
That's what I'm and that's where I was going to. You're very beautiful, so I know that there are several men out there that see you out whenever whether it's a restaurant or wherever you hang out at. I already know at church because they done came up to me and be like, yo, who? And you know I done told you too. Who is that right there? So what do you think would I per se is holding you back? I know you talked about the fear earlier, but what is that your biggest fear that's holding you back?
Always trying to, I guess, making sure I'm really ready. And that I've done everything that I need to do, or that I can do, to prepare myself for the next relationship. I just don't want to jump into anything. And when I do get into the next relationship, I want it to be for long term. I don't want to just be dating to be dating.
You dating with a purpose.
Dating for the purpose.
What's the purpose? Is it to be married?
To be married, okay.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Say that. You ain't going to be single for long.
I'm not.
With that mentality.
I won't.
Last but not least, there's several women out here that's probably been in relationships and that's been hurt, and who's afraid to jump out there again. I'm sure there's some advice that you could give those women, or those women who been married and who scarred from their last relationship. What advice would you leave with those women who are serious about their walk as well, who are saved, but they're single? What advice could you give?
Definitely keep friends, keep people around you. Stay in the will of God. That's the biggest thing, because I know I strayed. Once it happened, I just didn't want to do church anymore.
Wow.
But church has been the thing that has brought me through everything that I've come through.
Come on.
And I now have a new family.
Yes.
And I have friends that are surround me and support me. So that would be my biggest advice. Surround yourself with people that you can talk to and are encouraging and are going to be there for you no matter what.
Mm.
And make sure you know who those friends are, because everybody is not your friend. So,
Yeah. Everybody's not your friend. Sometimes, you know, a lot of us find ourselves broken, and we tend to go into our little shell. Like you said, I ain't doing church no more. I'm just tired of the drama, and you know, because a lot of times I know when me and my wife was together before we divorced, we was going to the same church.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you don't want to go around those same people. What happened to y'all? You know, y'all gonna work it out. You know, you just need that moment to yourself to get right with what you've gone through. Mm-hmm. There's a healing process that has to take place, and but the very thing that you tend to not kind of want to be around is the very thing that's going to help you in your healing. And you have a new family. Someone told me yesterday you found a new normal.
Yeah.
You know, a new support system, and new friends that's going to help you through this journey. Thank you for sitting down with me today. You've helped somebody.
I hope so.
Absolutely. Miss Natasha Franklin, to all the brothers that's looking at this, she's single and available. Do you see all this fineness? It's okay to be single, saved, serious, and sexy too. Look at all the sexiness. Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate you.
You are. Can't with you.
Did I throw that sexiness in there?